Okie dokie.
Hello, everybody. Facebook.
We're not working.
We're not working. Okay.
We're not working for some reason.
Okay.
And now I think we are. We are working.
Okay.
Okay, so it was a technical glitch. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing
everybody.
today?
It's Crypto Joe, Crypto Chris, and Crypto Penelope.
Crypto Penelope. So, yeah. So, hey, everyone. Crypto Chris here. Crypto Joe is sitting in the co-pilot seat.
And Penelope's trying to wear my glasses.
And Penelope's trying to wear the glasses. So, I don't think they're going to do her eyesight any good, buddy.
No, you know what she did? I put her in a big old tall box. And I've got one of those boxes like a Cuisinart mixer comes in, and they're 2 foot. You know what I mean? So I put her bed down in that and put her in that because she got out of everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, last night I got up to take a shower. We put her in the box, Gloria's, I take a shower right before bed. And I come back in and she's laying like up on Gloria's chest. And I was like, well, what happened, honey? I was like, oh, she got to you. You couldn't resist her hug. And she's like, no, she got out of the box.
Uh-oh.
She climbed out of the box.
She got out of the box.
How'd she do that? She's like, I don't know.
Ninja skills.
What I understand, these are little escape artists.
Ninja puppy skills.
So she slept all night with Dad. And she's still alive, so it worked out.
You didn't squish her.
It's weird, though, because it's like when you have a baby, when you have newborn babies and stuff, they sleep with you a lot.
Right.
But that they're there, so you just have to remind yourself over and over and over.
Right.
Isn't that right? Yep. And now my neighbor is thinking about maybe getting one of her brothers or sisters.
Oh, wow.
So that will be fun.
Right. Right. So I want to just shout out, hey to everybody. Hey, Bethany. Hey, Patty. Hey, Joe. Hey, I don't know who else is on. I'm sorry I can't see you guys. But Bethany is hollering hey at us, and Patty's hollering hey at us. And then Patty says, and we'll address this a little bit further into the show. Patty says, oh my God, yesterday's GreenX presentation with Mike Boggs was awesome. I need that presentation recording. LOL. Honey, it's on the blog. It's on the blog. So we'll address that in a little bit. So yeah, all those dadpreneur things. So we got to keep this short and sweet today because you've got to run over to the school, right? You got dadpreneur stuff to do.
I shaved and put a button-up shirt on and everything.
Yeah, and looking all snazzy and, like a responsible parent.
Yep. Yeah, no, I gotta lie. I gotta trick him.
You're looking like a responsible parent. Are you scaring me?
You know everybody, though. It's a small town, so they know better.
I'm just picking.
No, I know. But they'll tell me, Joe.
They'll tell you, Joe, your daughter is a reflection of you. That's what they'll tell you.
I know. Yeah, she's like, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. In fact, they're eating right now. Yeah.
Well, Patty says she hasn't been to the blog yet today. Well, let me tell you something, Miss Patty. That's the first thing you should do in the morning over coffee. And the last thing you do at night before you go to bed.
Check your blog and check CoinMarketCap.
Check your blog, check your blog, check your blog. Oh, yeah, and make sure to check CoinMarketCap and see just exactly where good old Bitcoin is sitting.
Hey, you know what's good about the elephant in the room on that Bitcoin situation, everybody?
What's that?
As Bitcoin goes down, all our little stuff always goes up.
Yes.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
So far as day trading, this isn't a bad deal at all. You know what I mean? And we all know Bitcoin's going to recover and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all good. So we're looking at the light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely.
Silver lining. That's what I'm talking about.
Always a silver lining. So today in volume on Bitcoin, we have 4 billion with a B. 4 billion with a B and almost 500 million. We're just short about 5 million of 500 million. So it's on the climb. The price is back up to 65. Our percentage of change over the last 24 hours is 3%, which is good. And everybody keeps saying, well, what's going on? Why are we having these things? Why is it dipping? Why is it doing this? Okay, so there's these things called flushes, and they do a flush every so often. If you don't know what a flush is, or you're not familiar with a flush, basically it's just a reconciliation of the books to get accurate numbers. And what they want to do is they want to see, excuse me, they want to see how many of the coins are actually on the system, right? Like the network, and how many of the coins that they're saying are out there being used, how many of those coins are like being privately held or whatever. So they're offline. They're not in the system. That's called a flush. So what will happen is they will do that flush, and it's rumored that they're about to do a flush. And every time they do a flush on any coin, it always takes a dip. That coin always takes a hit for whatever reason. Not really sure why. I'm just sharing some experience from the last 13, 14, 15 months, whatever it's been, and kind of letting you guys know one answer. That's just one answer, okay? I can tell you that because of my dadpreneuring yesterday and being out all day yesterday with the vehicle, I have not kept up with yesterday and today's current events. I've been busy doing other things that have had me very busy this morning, so I haven't looked at current events, so I can't attribute anything to current events at this moment. However, if you guys are doing your research and you're doing your 15 minutes or 30 minutes of reading every day, you guys should probably have a pretty good knowledge of exactly what's going on and why. And if there's something major going on in the world, then that's definitely affecting us as well. And it just could be, honestly, it could just be the flush. We don't know at this particular moment. So, yeah. So, Joe, tell me, how did your little co-host do yesterday?
She did great.
Mm-hmm.
She did fantastic. Yeah, she did. She's so cute. Look at it. Yeah.
That's fantastic. I saw some of the actual comments. Everybody seemed to love Penelope and thought she was cute and having a good time and all that good stuff. So that was great. I'm going to try my hand at a little bit of dry humor here. For any of you who have never seen an $800 coffee mug, here's one. Yeah, here's one right here. Yeah, so our audience is pretty in tune, and they pretty well know us. They can usually tell when we're having good days and bad days. They actually even make comments about it. But yeah, that's kind of a little bit why I'm out of sorts today, y'all. A whole day at the dealership. A thank you mug, right? Like I got the award for the person that stuck it out the longest yesterday at the shop. And basically what it amounts to is an $800 coffee mug, because I still have the same problem that I had, unbeknownst to me until this morning, and then even the fact that they didn't do what I asked them to do, come to find out. So, yeah, it's been an interesting, emotional kind of day at my house, as you can well imagine. But that's okay. These things happen. We have to learn to roll with them. And it sets Joe and I up because, we try to do the exact opposite of all of that on a regular basis every day. And we don't try, we do. We do the exact opposite. We give 350% in customer service, in knowledge, in training, in support, in everything that we do. So, all I can say is these things happen. Apparently, nobody really wants to work on cars anymore. They just want you to trade them in and get new ones. I don't know. So apparently they're like aluminum foil. You use it once and throw it away.
Chris, that brings me to a completely different topic.
Yeah.
But there's such a lack right now in skilled labor.
Mm-hmm.
You can't fill jobs.
Mm-mm.
You really can't.
No.
I don't know. It's crazy. You would think, because everybody wants to. It almost seems like nobody wants to work, and there's a lot of work to be done out there.
Correct.
There's a lot of skilled labor jobs, and this is just kind of tell your kids that are in high school and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, hey, a summer job. Go help out in a mechanic shop or do a little construction. Learn some kind of a trade.
Absolutely.
And, those things you can. I can always go bartend. You know what I mean? I can always go back to construction.
Mm-hmm.
I've hung iron before. Mm-hmm. I was a machinist. There's a lot of stuff, and that's one of those things that I've kind of built it to where I can take a little bit of chance in life,
Right.
with a certain business or this or certain that, because hey, if it does go belly up, I can go back and do something else. You know what I
Right.
mean? I'm proficient in other things, and I know that kind of sounds like, oh, you just hop around from job to job, but that's not really it. I learn a lot about stuff when I do it, and
Hmm.
then I get bored or I get another opportunity.
Right.
It's kind of like, if you're a secretary and you learn everything you need to do of what your boss does, then you can go get his job. You know what I'm saying? So, you always should be trying to improve yourself and go forward. But, the skilled labor is the big thing. And even, we've even had people talk about it, safety inspectors, things like that. These are VOTEC classes you take, in trade schools, and, you can get grants for them and everything else. And that stuff's needed.
Right.
There's, we need backhoe, people that work backhoes, excavation work, things like that, heavy equipment.
Correct.
And I've
Hmm.
always wanted that because I thought that'd be fun. You're digging in the dirt all day like you're a kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, and that's just, something that's a kind of food for thought, I guess you'd say. You know what I mean? Like everybody, most people that we're here talking to, we all own our own businesses.
Hmm.
A lot of us, or trying to, or working towards it, or, something like that. But there's a lot of great opportunity out there. Hey man, there's nothing wrong with having healthcare. You know what I mean? Having health insurance included in your job, yay, that'd be great. You know what I mean?
Right.
It sucks checks. You know what I mean? Because like nobody pays for my healthcare but me.
Nope.
It's like, yeah, well, your business, yeah, but guess who owns that business? Me.
Me.
So,
Yeah, and that's a good point.
like, yeah,
Unfortunately,
I guess I could be worried.
unfortunately, we we assume, you know, every time we assume, exactly what we do. We make an ass out of you and me. And I assumed yesterday, and I guess that's why I'm so mad. Is I assumed yesterday that I'd take my vehicle, and I did. I took my vehicle to a reputable dealership. It's not a slumpy, dull, dark, dingy place by any means or anything like that. Everybody is walking
Dark.
around looking very professional, and they have they
Johnny's
have
house is
everything they
fairly
need
rough.
there. They have all they need there, but they're not putting it to use. And so that's kind of what I wanted to roll
Right.
into what we're talking about today is, you guys can have all of the tools and all the things that you need to grow your businesses, be they crypto businesses or health and wellness or travel or whatever they are. Okay. And you can have those at your fingertips, and you can not put them to use. And I'll give you a realistic example. So yesterday, one of the reasons that, or one of the things, not one of the reasons, one of the things that I actually had the dealership look at yesterday, when I took it in, I got out of the car. They meet you now. They meet you at the car now. You don't even have to get into the building, you know. And can I help you? They got this little thing they could plug into the car and all this crap. And so I said, yeah, but I'm here for the recall. I have an appointment, but I have a couple other things I want you guys to look at. And one of the things was just simply a hose, right? It was a hose. And so I said, do you mind if I put the hood up and I show you exactly which hose I'm concerned about? And he's like, oh, no, that would be great. Fantastic. I put the hood up. I don't do this very often, so I had to look for the hood thing. He could have put the hood up for me, right? No, he didn't. And so I put the hood up and I pointed directly at the hose. And I said, see that hose right there? And he says, yeah. And I said, it appears to be deteriorating, and it's
Mm-hmm.
puffy, right? I can see with my eyes, right? It is puffy right
Yeah.
behind where it clamps to whatever it's clamped to, right? And I'm thinking that
Right.
it might leak a little bit because every now and then I get a smell of antifreeze, but I don't seem to be losing anything. He took all the
Right.
little notes, right? I have the paperwork right here to prove that the third thing on the receipt was customer says concerned about hose, blah, 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 blah. And then on his response, it says checked hose and visually inspected, no problems found. Okay, here's the lesson, y'all. The guy has fingers. Okay, that's like having the
Yeah.
best tool in the world in our business. Okay, that's like having the best closing in the world, the best closing in the world. And we're gonna talk about the best closing in the world, and we're gonna talk about his fingers being like the best closing in the world. All he had to do was run his fingers under there, right, and feel
Right.
and look at
Yeah.
the wet, right. So,
Correct.
you know, that's just one example of how you get an $800 coffee mug. But at the end of the day, that's not even it's not even really about the coffee mug. Like, I am
You get a car wash, Chris.
sincerely, yeah, and I got a car wash too, and they vacuumed the car out, kind of, sort of. So, you know, um, I am sincerely disappointed in a dealership that I thought I could rely on. Okay, so
Right.
I shouldn't, as the customer, and maybe I should have done this and I didn't. But when they finally bought my car after I'd been there all day, because I was there, I left my house at 7:15. I was there at 8:15. They logged the car into the shop at 8:40, and I got home at 5:20. So when they finally brought the car out, what I probably should have done was lift the hood and check the damn hose myself, pardon my language, run my finger under there, but it was going on 5 o'clock by this point, and I didn't do it. So now I have to kick my own self in the arse, right, with my own foot, because why? I didn't follow up, okay? Just because we think someone's doing something doesn't always mean that they are, okay? And that is an issue for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Right.
if you have tools sitting on your computer, laying on your desk, on your cell phone, and you're not putting all of your tools to use and then following up, then you're dropping the ball. Just like the mechanic did at the shop yesterday. Just like I did by not checking behind him, right? But when someone spends considerable money to fix their vehicle, do you really feel like you should have to check behind them? Come on.
You really shouldn't, Chris. On that, I'm really shocked they didn't just replace the hose. I would have thought they would have replaced the hose and just ran the price up on you some more.
Dude,
You know what I mean? So
I
you
knew,
told me that.
when I opened my mouth, I knew when I said, hey, I think this hose might be going bad, I was expecting him to come across,
Yeah.
because you're in the lobby, right? But you could see them working at their stations. I expected
Yeah.
the hose. No hose. No hose.
Could you link me to the live? What? Oh, what? Man, they probably could have got you for a full coolant flush of your system and everything.
The whole 9
They could have
yards.
got another 400 or 500.
The whole 9 yards.
I mean, they could have got 1,500.
And anybody
You know what I mean?
that has a foreign car, and I'm not knocking foreign cars, I'm driving one, so don't send me any hate mail. But anybody that has a Volkswagen or a foreign automobile, you know that these hoses are not cheap. Like, sincerely, they are not cheap. I bought 2 hoses last year for the car, and those 2 hoses cost me over $500. But I don't mind spending the money if it's going to make my car run and last, right? So, it's just very disappointing. So I'm encouraging everyone today. I'm encouraging everyone to please use your tools. Not only use your tools, but use your follow-up skills, okay? It's one of the best skills you have, right? Um, you know,
Yeah, I'm listening. I was trying to send a link to somebody, Chris, to get
yeah,
them on the thing, but
it's all good.
it's not. I can't do the invite.
We can't
It's on here.
send links to this. There's no link to send to this. They just have to grab it from the Facebook profile. And Facebook works the way it wants to. Sometimes it's instant, sometimes it's delayed. You never know. So, that being said, Krypto's doing its thing. Well, there it is, right there. It's on my live feed. So I'm gonna tag
Well,
Dane
yeah,
in
yeah. I don't think
this.
you guys are friends.
I don't think we are. I think that's the
You're on my.
problem. We're not because I can't tag him.
I I just sent it in Messenger.
Okay, I can't
I
tag
thought
him,
I got
so
it.
we're not friends. And I apologize, y'all.
Okay.
We're just trying to figure out.
I think
This is a learning curve on this new platform. We like it a lot. We're working with the developer. He's very amicable and very open to suggestion, which is great. But when we have these little issues, if we tend to veer off for a second, just bear with us for the next week or so because there are still things that we're learning on our end, and we're in a beta version right now, and the beta version does work a little differently than the first version that we had that was a complete commercial version. So, at any rate,
right.
I want people to understand, Joe, that we are no better. Um, we are no better in business than anyone else if we don't do our best. And, at the end of the day, what we are is customer service. That's really all we are, y'all. And sometimes it takes something like this dealership deal, right, to make me think about
Mhm.
what is our job really? Like what is our actual job? What do? We do customer service. Okay? So get good at
Yeah.
customer service and I bet you your business will grow. What do you think, Joe?
Right. I think so too. And that's the thing is, we talk to people, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
That's customer service. You
Mm-hmm.
can say it's sales, you can do anything, but sales is customer service. It's
Right.
plain and simple. You know what I mean? What we do is really not very difficult. It's just there's better ways to do it than just going, "Hey, I got this product. You want to buy it?
Right.
You don't want it? Well, you're stupid." And and I'm the kind of person like, "What do you mean you don't want it? It's dumb. You can make money with it." But I can't say that to people.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm like, "Fine, don't get it. I really don't care." But you can't be like that. I'm not really like that, everybody. You know what I mean? But you all know me well enough. But um, it's use the tools. On this tools thing. That big box, that screen you're looking at right now, or that
Mm-hmm.
phone you're looking at right now. That's a tool. You know what I mean? Computers are tools. The software inside the computer, the apps that you get off the internet or your apps on your computer, those
Mm-hmm.
are tools. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You need to get familiar with this stuff and learn how to use it because it can make your life a lot easier. I'm going to have someone
Absolutely.
teach me how to put everything in one book someday. Once I figure that out, I'll be in real good shape because I've got this whiz-bang computer that can launch satellites into space, apparently, but it also likes to hide everything I download and everything I save. And so I take 10 minutes to find anything. And I'm like, where is it? And Chris is like, it should be right there, dummy. I'm like, yeah. Why don't you just put it all in the same folder? I was like, well, why don't I, Chris? Wish somebody would show me how to do that. And he's like, yeah, we'll get to that. I'm like, oh. He likes to see me sweat. So I said,
We'll screen share and get to that in a minute. We'll screen share and get to
Yeah,
that in a
but
minute.
it's
I
funny.
like to hear Joe melt. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I know. Cause he's not going to break anything. He just wants to real bad. It's just real, real bad. See, I take medicine that keeps me from doing that. I'm a good kid. Stay calm.
Well, and okay,
Come on.
so someone might say, okay, well, then what is your underlying message, Chris? We hear you about the tools, we hear you about this, we hear you about that. We know you're upset with the dealership. Yep, I am. But here's my underlying thought with that. If we could take one thing away from this live today, it would be just be nice, right? Like, you know,
Be nice.
just be nice. Like, say something nice on someone else's post. Wish them a happy day. Send them a GIF photo of a cup of coffee or flowers or a cold glass of iced tea. Maybe they're not a coffee drinker, but send them what's appropriate, right? Send people what's appropriate to make you memorable. That's it. That's the key. Make yourself memorable.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
Make yourself
You want people
memorable.
to be real.
And make sure it's in a good way, not in a bad
And
way.
just before we got on here, I've been going, emailing back and forth. Like the t-shirt girl.
Right.
I just say the t-shirt girl, but the
Right.
company. It's a
Our rep happens to
ladies
be
are
a
really
young
good,
lady.
and we've been
Yeah.
emailing back and forth, blah blah blah. I hate emails, guys. I really do. Call me if you want to know something. Call me or jump on a Zoom. I don't like to type. I'm real bad at it. I'm terrible at it. It just takes forever. But I was like, okay, if this is the medium in which he wants to communicate, fine. Then I kept forgetting to ask something, because like it left my mind because I'm looking for where A is. B is, you know what I mean? I'm like, where? Okay, yeah. Anyways, so I just went, and I hit call. I hit the number. It was in blue on my phone, so I touched it, and then it said call or cancel, and I went, call. And went, hi Rachel, how you doing? This is Joe. Hey Joe, how you doing? Good. Yeah, I need this, blah blah blah. And can we get polos ordered too? Yeah, we can someday. Not yet. Just telling you, if you guys
Don't get
get
excited
online and start buying up shirts, there ain't gonna be no shirts. I'm just telling you that right now. Me and Chris will have a whole bunch of awesome. I'll get them in every color. I'll buy 100 of them and just wear them every day. We're gonna get one in every color damn rainbow too. Oh,
sure, why not?
Yeah. We can go with colors too. I just have to get the colors approved by the company. So the only thing I have approved right now is black and gray, but colors can be an option. That's not a big deal. I'll put a couple colors up once I get them approved. But I'm thinking I'll go with like maybe a purple and a pink or something.
Right.
Something for the ladies is kind of what I was thinking.
Right.
Or we can switch that stuff up and everything. If you have an order in right now, that's okay. I can make the adjustments. It's not.
And
I'm not
it's not even really about that.
Saturday.
We want to be able to. A lot of people want to. What's the word I'm looking for? They like change their wardrobe and their look and their colors and stuff with the seasons, and so we want to make sure that and all of this stuff is important. There's a lot more to starting this than just creating a t-shirt and ordering that one t-shirt. Like, we are so far ahead of that. We're 10 years down the road, and we want to make sure that the companies that we're working with are going to be able to handle what our vision is. And I say ours, and I have to be completely honest. Joe came up with the idea of starting the fashion company, and he just asked me to be part of it and asked my input every once in a while. So it's really his brainchild. I had ordered the shirts that you guys see me wear, the polos. I ordered those like 12 weeks before I got them, y'all. It was a nightmare. Okay, it was a nightmare. I'm not even going to be funny. It was one of those customer service don'ts. Okay. The fact that I didn't have those shirts 9 weeks ago let's say 15 weeks ago now, is incredibly terrible on their part. But that's neither here nor there. We're not using those people, so don't worry about that. But yeah, Joe's got the forethought to know, okay, look, these ladies are going to want pink. They're going to want lilac. They're going to want purple. They're going to want this. Hey, they might want some yellow in the summertime, or, some pale green, or maybe even some beach orange. What is and he's asking these questions for all of y'all. Okay, he's asking these questions for all of y'all. He's not just saying, okay, Chris, we're going to open a fashion company and call it done. No. So,
I can just put a bunch of stuff up, just make a bunch of stuff and go, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what I want to do. That's, that's not it. I'm going to put my Krypto Penelope shirts up there, and if they don't sell, I'm going to quit doing the show. And I'm going to give everybody a special finger.
Krypto P.
And you're not number one.
Krypto P.
She's going to be on a t-shirt, and everybody's going to want a t-shirt on it because she's so precious.
And she says a cootie pie. I find it ironic that we both have black and white dogs. That's crazy, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And they're both females.
Go check this out. Here.
They're both females.
She's got like the little V on the back of her head here.
That's amazing.
But then on her butt, she got a heart.
Too much information.
When she walks, she's like...
Too much information.
Oh, not really. It's a puppy.
We love you guys. Look, thank you guys for listening today. I feel like it was more of a rant than it was a learning expedition today, and I apologize to all of you all for that. But, I really did want to stress customer service, being memorable, using the tools. Just look, that mechanic at the shop. I'm back on it again. You better derail me. That, that mechanic at the shop's got all kinds of tools. I'm pretty sure he's probably got a little mirror on the end of this little telescope thing. He could have probably put a mirror up underneath the bottom if he didn't want to get his hands dirty. I'm just saying, and looked at this. And when you take a shop light, when you take a shop light and you put the light down there and you look at the hose and you can see all the veiny cracks and it looks like it's going to explode, I'm pretty sure it's bad, y'all.
Well, and the thing is, you could get a paper towel or a rag that's dry and go like that with it, and you wouldn't even get your hand dirty. But if it's wet on something that's carrying liquid, it's not supposed to be wet.
Hey, Joe, maybe we need to
And
get
this
that
is the thing.
mechanic and,
Hey,
and, and teach him how to use his tools.
Chris has really, I'm telling you, idiots, they don't know nothing. I'm telling you, nobody wants to work. That's the problem. It probably would have been too much to take that off. He's going to make a mess because it's your coolant system. And they're like, oh, man, we don't want to have to do this and do this and do this. Oh, it'll be fine. They could at least put some duct tape on it for you.
Not 200-mile-an-hour tape.
See? Yeah, 200. Yeah, that stuff's great. Hey, it works at NASCAR. If you'll hold a bumper on a NASCAR, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. But that's the thing. And guys, right, this is Chris has direct access to an actual certified mechanic, but he was like, no, we'll take it to the shop. And so it's like, shit. And so you try to do the good thing because I understand this. Like, I want to go to other places and drink when I go out. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to go and like make Gloria make all my drinks. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what she works at the bar or something. Or no, I'd rather have a steak at home, but sometimes you want to go get it. But I don't want her to cook it, so we go get one somewhere else. There's something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get there and it's not what you want. It's like, why didn't you just do this at home? We could have just done this, saved all the money. And you're going, but I didn't want you to have to do it. Especially guys, with the people that we're around, our staff, we have put a lot on them. I mean, a whole lot. Like all the running of a household situation that usually both people help with.
Right.
Kid stuff and things like that, man, we really, because we've been like, okay, can you please handle all this right now? I'll do the best I can, but we are real busy, and like, I don't think either one of us really knew we were going to be this busy, but we haven't stopped either, and we haven't stopped adding things. You know what I mean? We're not going, okay, we're too busy doing this to do that. So
right.
Instead of taking anything back, we keep adding more projects, and that's just who we are. You know what I mean? And we're wanting to see things. We're like, boom, we need this. Let's get it done. You know what I mean? We're using all the tools we have to help everyone else. You know what I mean? And use everything in that toolbox. You know what I mean? That's what we've been doing on here for months now. Talking about this and talking about that and talking about this thing to do this and this thing to do that. Use it all. Use the tools. And remember, you want to win a car. You want to win a Rolex.
You want to win a Rolex? Who doesn't want a Rolex?
We have tools. Hey, if you guys go to the Cryptogenics page, if you go to your back office, which it takes you right there when you go there, guys, you might have to find it. Okay. There's a whole thing called tools. TOOLS. Tools are even on there. It's incredible. You go to the blog, there's all kinds of tools on the blog, and I know there's a bunch of stuff on there. And some of the old stuff, guys, some of the new people that didn't get to see the original stuff that was on there, like in the very, very beginning.
Right.
If you go up in the right-hand corner, there's a little, and it's like a little file cabinet icon. Click it, and that's all the old stuff, all the archive stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you don't have to scroll through that.
Correct.
And things like that, guys. There's so many neat things going on, and no one knows it because no one's getting to see the tools, and it might not be your fault. Maybe nobody told you. You know what I mean? Hey, man, there are people that sign people up and go, okay, here, pat you on the butt and send you on the way. Hey, thanks for the commission. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And that's not how we do things. And I'm sorry, man, if people are doing that to you, I apologize. I wish we could adopt people into our team. You know what I mean? But
if people are doing that to you,
then I see a lot of great people out here that are. doing that to you. And no, just it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? I just think it is. You know what I mean? And I know how much work we put into this, and you know, it's just one of those things, guys. You know what I mean? We all need to work together. We all need to use the tools.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We need to use the tools. And I promise you, there's a few people right now that I would love to adopt. You know what I mean? I would absolutely love to. And we'd go ahead and run the whole damn company, I think. But, you know, that's just how I see it. That's just how much I love you and think how great you really are. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I believe it. You know what I mean? And there you go. I don't know. I don't know why I went on that tangent. I did.
You know what? Because it's been kind of an emotional roller coaster day. You know, poor Joe. You know, what you guys don't know is Joe's like my sounding board. He's my business partner. He's my camaraderie. If I'm having a good day, he gets the good. If I'm having a bad day, he gets the bad. You know, you guys don't hardly ever see that. Like, as far as you guys think, we don't have bad days. But we do. But, you know, it's going to be okay.
At least 1 or 2 a day.
Yeah. It's going to be okay. We're gonna get through everything together. To answer Patty's question, Patty, the funnel that I am using currently is the Go Recruit app that's on my phone, and I do know that it works and it works well, and so that's a great tool. It's a great funnel system. Once you learn how to use it, once you put it to work for you, it works very well. I will say that. The guys did a great job. I think Mr. Mike Boggs had his hand in that quite a bit, and some of our programmers, and they did a fantastic job of getting that, you know, really, really nicely done. But above and beyond that, you know, it's compliant, and it got past our attorneys and our advisors, and you know, for me, that's huge because, you know, my mouth can say the wrong thing, but if I'm sharing and using a tool that they approved, it's got to be saying the right thing, right? So, you know, we take our businesses in our own hands every day when we get on this live. You know, because anything that we could say, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer or anything here, but you know, you never know. You could say one small thing and not mean it the way that it's taken, and you know, there goes a whole career, right? Or you could adversely say one thing that you really didn't mean that right way and build a career off of something that you didn't even know you were building a career off of. So, you know, we're very, although we're not scripted, we are very conscious about the things that we say, and we try to stay politically correct as much as possible, just so that, you know, everybody can come and play in our sandbox without being offended. We want our sandbox to be open to everybody. Right, Joe?
It is.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
Hey, Bethany. On the thing there's a video for the app on the thing. Check that out first. But if you're having a hard time with it, yeah, we can show you how to use that. That's no problem. Yeah. Guys, that app on our phone, the Go Recruit app, that is incredible, man. That's really the favorite. I use that more than I use that. Well, I use it in conjunction with my Lucky Cards. So I'm not going to say I use it more. Well, I do, because I'll give somebody a card and then I get the information in the app.
Right.
I always have cards with me, but that's me. I know not everybody does that. You know what I mean? And anytime I leave, I know I'm leaving because I spend so much time here. Like, I know it's a plan to go out, kind of. You know what I mean? I've become a homebody, you know. But I guess, I don't know.
You're a hermit crab.
Yeah, we'll help you, Bethany. just
we're hermit crabs. Anyway, if we go out, it has to be planned.
You gotta know, yeah. But let me talk to Mike with compliance.
Okay.
And see if I can get pink approved real quick, and then somebody want pink, you know.
Okay.
Patty wanted pink on the shirts, and we can switch that around if you want to or whatever. Just get with me and we'll figure it out. It's gonna be a deal. Right. Okay. I gotta go here pretty quick though, guys.
Yeah, we gotta go.
I love y'all, but I've got an open house to do.
We gotta go.
I gotta go meet teachers.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you, as we always do. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. We appreciate the gift of your time to us. We hope that you've learned something and that you have been able to take something away from this today. We look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow. And it's a great day, y'all. Even with everything that goes bad, it's always a great day. So put your smile on, meet somebody, make somebody else's day. See you guys. Love you.
Love you guys. Oh, say bye to people.